Oh, I've got a big flame. You might well ask, why with the engine in, and I've nearly got all the ancillaries on, we're making good steady progress, we'll say, do I have the old engine here? Well, 3-cylinder engine, 3 injectors. Injectors are just a push fit. What I should just be able to do is pop these out like you're popping stones out of a shoe and put them in the new engine. Oh no, they won't come out. You have to buy a special tool which ranges from about £100 to £300 with a slide hammer that hooks around the bottom of the injector and then tugs it out. So I've basically resigned myself to the night shift of trying to get 3 injectors out, and if at the end of the night I've got 3 injectors out, I'll actually be quite happy. Whereas the reality is, really I should be quite annoyed, because this should take like 5 minutes, but I think what happens is the injector goes down into the head, furs up on the other side of it, and then prevents it coming out. So we're going to slowly work our way along, and I've watched someone else on YouTube who was quite impressed. He'd spent 15 minutes per injector, and he said that was quite a good run. So 45 minutes for 3 injectors. I can think of better things to do in my life, but let's get going. So the first technique I heard for getting these injectors out is to basically just start rotating them, and just try and get them moving from side to side, because they should be able to rotate. So I could be in for the long haul with this, to be honest. Having said that, that one's just moved. Don't know if you saw that. There, I think you can see that one there, just and all he was saying was basically go backwards and forwards like this until it slowly starts to loosen, and you can pull them out. So I'm just going to slowly get them all moving, and then the idea is with a pair of long nose pliers, what there is, like I say, you might be able to get a slide hammer around and yank them up, but I don't have that slide hammer special tool, and it's not worth buying it for nearly £300 just for this one job. So I can just get them moving, as this one is starting to. I think we'll probably need new seals on them. Now what I might be able to do is get a pry bar under this here. Left to right a bit more. I can actually, you probably can't hear it, but I can actually hear the carbon deposits, a crunching noise where they're breaking up on the inside, or at least let's hope it's that, and it's not just the end of the injector snapping off. Now with these pliers, I have found these will just go round the body of it there, so I've just got it in there, and it's just, so this is rotating nicely now. So let's leave that to soak a little bit longer and move on to the next one. So it's just a case of working your way around like this. Where you see that won't even turn at the moment. So if I can just get it to move with this. See, compared to this one now, which does move very easily, so it's just slowly. So that one's moving quite easy now. This one's starting to move. Oh yes, one out. We could be having a party. Now what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if they're coded, So I'm just going to make sure I keep them in the right order. So because the first one's out, we're just going to celebrate. With an alcoholic beverage. How did I do that one? Did I do it like that? Was anyone paying attention? That one's not ready to come at the moment. And neither is that one. So let's see if we can get this one out. Yes! Second one out. Whew. That's even more disgusting. Surprised these injectors even run. So that's number 2. So far, I'm about 35 minutes up on the other poor soul who took 15 minutes per injector. So the key is to get them moving first like this. You can't just pull upwards on them. You're going to break the plastic. You've got to get them moving like this. So there is a part still in the block here, in the head. That's annoying. The base of this, look. See on this one, you seem to be missing a collar. So that collar somehow is still in the bottom of the engine. Got to somehow get that out without wrecking it. There. Now that one is also very dirty and has left that collar in the bottom. I need to work out if that collar is part of the injector or a renewable seal. The dilemma now is getting this clip. Can you just see that clip in there? That has not come out with the injector. So I'm going to have to try pushing the injector back in to then remove it again. And what I don't want to do is wreck this seal, because it's probably important. This is maybe where the early victory dance of opening the beer was premature, because I now need to get that out. I could try a bit of heat. When in doubt, heat always works. Well, hey. Interesting. Nothing like being around the campfire. So off camera I've managed to get the second one out. I just need to get the third one out now. And I think you can just see it there in the bottom. And what it seems to be is a lot of debris and crap that's in the bore that's stopping it sliding up. So I need to scrape all this off in order for it to get a clean pass up, and that's proving a little tricky. So unfortunately I celebrated too early, and when someone had said they'd spent 15 minutes per injector trying to get it out, it's probably close to that, which shouldn't be the case. I mean, I used to work on Beetles, air-cooled Beetles. I could have the engine out and replaced in under an hour, easy. And here's me trying to get 3 injectors out. It's just crazy. And these covers at the bottom, you can't buy these independently. So if I wreck these, I'm buying new injectors, which of course I do not want to do. So I'm basically just scraping the top of this to then see if I can just get underneath the seal. There, started to move. Did you see that? I did. There we go. Got the little rascal out. So there we go. All 3 seals out. So I obviously celebrated too early thinking I got those out, but it did actually take me 45 minutes to take those out. And I think, as I've said before, I've replaced an engine in an air-cooled Beetle within an hour. And they were a joy to work on. This is not. In fact, it makes me want to get my camper van home and work on that, because I'm going to take the engine out of that and show you. You basically undo a couple of wires, 4 bolts on the flywheel, take the starter motor out. You can leave the exhaust on if you want. Take the fuel lines off, take some wiring off to the alternator, put a trolley jack under it, push the truck, push the camper van away from the engine, and the engine's there. And we're going to take the barrels off, give that a going over, because that's going to get sold this year. So there we go. Anyway, digressing. That engine, or I should say, this engine now is ready to be picked up, and we can carry on with that engine there. Now then, so this engine is ready to go back, and just for a bit of fun, to burn off some of the excess brake cleaner. Now, just to burn off some of the excess brake cleaner that's in these pistons before I send it back and it just spills fluid all over the vehicle, I just need to burn this off. So I thought this would be a bit of fun. It's a new sort of patio heater that you can have. Oh, lovely and warm. No, is it all gone? No, there's still lots in there. Oh, I've got a big flame shot out the exhaust then. I don't know if you saw that. Obviously completely pointless, but a little bit of fun. We're going to be cleaning the injectors Now I've started this already, so all I've done is cut the fingers off my gloves to just protect the actual wiring. I don't want to be getting any water in there, and I'm going to put some tape down as well just to be extra safe before I put them in. But I'm also going to stand them up like this. I've got to fashion something to stand them up in. You'll see on the end of those the carbon deposits, which hopefully once they come out of the ultrasonic cleaning bath will have gone. So I'm going to rig them up here, get some solution in, leave them for half an hour and see what they look like. So this is what I've done in the end for the injectors. Put a little waterproof caps on them, just going to balance them on here, put some chemical in the bottom there, just going to add some water to mix in with it to dilute it and just get it so it comes over the tips. We don't need to fully, that should be enough. We're going to put that on, so let's turn it on. So there we go, that annoying buzzing noise. Wow, that's quite amazing. Right, well we'll leave that running its course and we'll come back and see what it's looked like new. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cooked. Right, let's take a look at what they've been. So they've been in for an hour. So you can see we've got some temperature. I think the water gets to about 80 degrees, something like that. Let's take these out and have a look what they look like. Wow, I think it's fair to say they are drastically different. I didn't even know there was this sort of matte, two matte coloured rings around the bottom of them. Pretty damn clean. Wow, that is pretty amazing, isn't it?